The American Dream. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Like a Norman Rockwell painting dipped in apple pie and sprinkled with bald eagles. But let's be honest, for many, it's more like a nightmare dressed like a used car salesman. We're promised this land of opportunity, where hard work equals a picket fence and a two-car garage. But the fine print? Oh, that's where the truth hides. Systemic inequalities, rigged systems, and a whole lot of pull-yourself-up-by-your-bootstraps nonsense that ignores the fact that some people can't even afford boots. So is the American dream a reality? Or a carefully constructed myth designed to keep us striving for something that was never truly within reach? Buckle up, folks. We're about to dissect this national fantasy. This whole American dream thing, it's not exactly ancient history. The phrase itself popped up in the 1930s during the Great Depression, no less. Talk about bad timing. It was peddled as this idea of social mobility, the chance to climb the ladder of success. Of course, back then, that ladder had significantly fewer rungs for anyone who wasn't white and male. Fast forward to post-World War II. America's economy was booming. Suburbs were sprouting like mushrooms, and everyone seemingly had a new car and a refrigerator full of Jell-O molds. This period solidified the dream's image, a middle-class utopia fueled by consumerism. But again, this prosperity wasn't evenly distributed. We'll get to that. Now it's true, the post-war years saw a rise in living standards for many Americans. Unions were strong, wages were growing, and a college education, which, mind you, was actually affordable, could catapult you into the middle class. This era gave birth to the idea that each generation could do better than the last. But here's the catch. This prosperity was built on a foundation of inequality. While white Americans were enjoying the fruits of their labor, black Americans were systematically denied access to the same opportunities, facing discrimination in housing, education, and employment. The American dream, it seemed, was more of a members-only club with a very strict door policy. Section 4, Systemic Shutouts, the Dream's Gatekeepers. Let's talk about these systemic inequalities, shall we? Because they're not just historical footnotes, they're baked into the very fabric of American society. We're talking about the legacy of slavery and Jim Crow, redlining that segregated neighborhoods and limited access to wealth, and an education system that often leaves marginalized communities behind. These issues are further compounded by a lack of access to affordable health care, predatory lending practices, and a criminal justice system that disproportionately targets communities of color. It's like trying to win a game where the rules are constantly changing, and the deck is stacked against you from the start. And don't even get me started on the whole bootstraps argument. Section 5, Crumbling Foundations, Education, Housing, Careers, Retirement. Now, even for those who manage to slip through the cracks and achieve a semblance of the American dream, the ground is getting shaky. Remember that ladder of success? Well, someone replaced it with a rope ladder dangling over a pit of quicksand. Let's start with education. College costs are skyrocketing, saddling graduates with mountains of debt before they even enter the workforce. Speaking of the workforce, remember those stable careers our parents and grandparents enjoyed? They're going the way of the dodo, replaced by gig work and stagnant wages. And housing? Good luck finding an affordable place to live, especially if you're a young person or live in a major city. Oh, and retirement, let's just say that golden years are starting to look a lot like tarnished copper. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found this video insightful. Your support helps us create more content like this. Thank you for watching.